You're watching Packers Total Access Live, your daily source for Green Bay Packers content, created for the fans by the fans. Hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you know whenever we go live. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Packers_access. Go Pack Go. Enjoy the show.
What's up, guys? Welcome into Packers Total Access. My name is Clayton. You can check us out on Packernet.com. Find me on Twitter at Packers_access. You can text us 865-658-5824. Here to hang out with Tim tonight, live in Green Bay. Completely botched that opening, man. Sometimes it's just a rough night. Tim, you know how it is. But we're going to do a little chalk talk for you guys and gals this evening as we're going to break down this 49ers tape. It was a fun one, too. Let me tell you, man. Had an absolute blast kind of chalking it up and finding little pieces here and there. If you guys are following us on Twitter, you've seen the clips I put out, just little bits and pieces that really stood out aside from the 16 plays that we're going to break down tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. But Tim, how was your day, big dog? How we doing down there, man? Up there, I should say.
Up there, yeah. I'm a little north of you. No, good day. Winter is creeping up. It's getting colder by the minute up here. All set for a nice winter football game on Thursday. Looking forward to it. But no, my day was good. How about you?
It was great, man. Great. I just heard the news too that it sounds like, I believe, if I heard correctly, the Sunday night football game this week is going to be Niners at Buffalo, and they're calling for 6 inches of snow as it sits right now. So that's going to be an awesome night game to watch too. So obviously we get Thanksgiving night football with the Packers and the Dolphins at Lambeau, cold weather football there, and then turn right around Sunday night for the game of the week is going to be awesome with that snow. So that lake effect snow ain't no joke, man. Let me tell you, that stuff rolls in, boy. Whoo!
I grew up in Milwaukee. I know all about the lake effect there. It's something else, man, for sure.
Definitely. All right, I know the chat is lit up. I wish we could give a shout out to everyone. We'll try to do a few here. Terrell Lee in the house. We got Greg Rice, Chris N, Mike Berry. Good to see y'all. United Bates, Mr. Larry Cano. Good to see you, sir. Everybody in there. Cannonball John, Dane Stromstad, Venom Slash, Vahan. Good to see you in here, buddy. And ready to get into this. Before we get into Chalk Talk, though, I want to cover a little bit of news here. We got another injury report that dropped today. We're going to briefly hit it, and we'll hit on it a little deeper in Good Morning Lambeau tomorrow morning, as well as kind of breaking down the Dolphins, what are their strengths, what are their weaknesses, how the Packers may or may not match up against them. But we'll key in on Chalk Talk tonight, obviously. But the injury report, Tim, the Dolphins got a bunch of injuries on this list here, man. We won't go through the entire thing. Well, the one that really kind of sticks out to me, though, Tyreek Hill, who had it looks like veteran rest, but he's also got a wrist, and it says it was a personal matter. He did not participate today. I imagine he's probably going to play. I don't think there's a situation where he won't play. Jordan Poyer, their safety, returned to practice today in a limited fashion. He did not participate from veterans rest. And then the other one did not participate was Calais Campbell with veteran rest. He's now limited. But there are a ton on here, man, with the did not participate. Now, when you look at the Packers side, you got to kind of plan on Jair not playing, did not participate again. Romeo Dobbs did not participate with the concussion. Edgerrin Cooper did not participate. And Isaiah McDuffie did not participate with the ankle. So it sounds like there's a decent chance that we will not have two linebackers for this game, who I think many people on this show believe is our best linebacker, right, in Edgerrin Cooper, and Isaiah McDuffie, who's obviously eating up a lot of snaps. So that's something to watch for. And then, of course, you think, okay, we'll just activate Jamin Davis. Let's see what this former first-rounder can do, right? Wrong. The Minnesota Vikings signed him today off our practice squad. So Tom Silverstein says signed off the Packers practice squad. They had signed him to the practice squad October 29th after Washington cut him. So Jamin Davis is no longer a Green Bay Packer. He's on his way to Minnesota. Yeah, it was you just know they were looking at the injury report going, oh, yeah, a little banged up at linebacker. Okay, let's just snatch this guy from you, right?
Yeah, like just in time, right? Right when we need him. So we're going to have, three healthy linebackers? That's it?
I imagine they're probably going to sign someone. Here's the other thing, too, I was thinking about. It's not ideal, but Brenton Cox Jr., he's dropping into coverage occasionally. They played him at outside linebacker last year in the 34 defense. He came from when he was drafted, he was kind of a hybrid, or not drafted, but signed. In college, he was kind of that hybrid. He can rush the passer. He can play stack backer. He's better at rushing the passer, I believe. So in an emergency situation, you could potentially put him out there. Also, You'll notice JJ and Igbare dropping into coverage quite a bit now. I'm not saying it's ideal, but you get in a situation where, hey, these guys need a breather. You could also go to a dime set, right? The problem with that is the Miami Dolphins, they like to run a lot of 21 personnel unless things have changed this year. I know last year they did, so you're probably going to want to press into your 4-3. It's going to be interesting, but like everybody's saying in the chat, Chris in here, it's Hopper time, right? You're definitely going to see Tyron Hopper. So
getting thrown into the fire, rookie year. You love to see it, man. You see how guys respond in these situations. If you're Tyron Hopper, this is the type of opportunity that you're looking for as a rookie in this league, a chance to get out there and get a hell of a lot of reps, obviously, in this situation. So, I think he had something like 9 or 10 snaps or something on Sunday. So I'm assuming his 7 snaps there. Okay, right on the money. I'm assuming he's going to have a heck of a lot more snaps on Thursday night against the Dolphins. So we'll keep an eye out for Tyron Hopper.
Yeah, so worst case scenario, you're looking at Tyron Hopper, Eric Wilson, and Quay Walker. Those are your 3 linebackers, right? And you got to make something happen. Now, they could go hybrid, right? They could go hybrid and put a safety in at linebacker. They could go that approach. There's many teams that run that type of defense that they'll go big nickel against people's bases, especially if a tendency shows they like to pass out of base. Some teams like to come out in their base, whether it's a 12 or a 21, and flex everybody out. And that catches you at a disadvantage if they've got a nice receiving back, because now you've got a linebacker matched up on that running back, or you've got a tight end on a linebacker as opposed to a safety. Just depends on how you want to play that game. But anyway, that's like I said, we'll dive into that a little bit deeper tomorrow. Maybe the Packers will make a move between now and then and sign an extra backer. We'll see. But, that's pretty much the situation there. So without further ado, whatever the hell that means, Tim, let's get into it, man. Let's do a little chalk talk here. You ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it, man. It's always fun to do chalk talk after a win, man. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. This one was a blast too, man. It was a lot of fun. I threw it together quick, guys, so call out the mistakes in the chat, okay? Probably missed some stuff here, Tim. Anything you notice that the text doesn't match, just let me know, okay? Nobody's above approach here. Believe me, I'm wrong all the time. Ask my wife. She will confirm that. So, all right, first play. Let's talk about the key statistics first of all. I apologize. Week 12, Packers defeat the 49ers 38-10. Turnover differential, the Packers won that 3-0. Middle late, it was tied 0-0. And then explosive plays, Green Bay had 6. The 49ers only had 4. Also a stat that I like to keep up with, first down passes. It keeps shrinking, which is a great thing. We only had 5 first down passes. And I'm not talking about passes that went for a first down, obviously. I'm talking about on first down, you decided to throw the football as opposed to run. We did that 5 times. We completed 2 of those passes. Okay, so we were 2 for 5 or 2 of 5 on first down passes there against the 49ers. Not bad. Again, keeping that number low, all of a sudden Josh Jacobs blows up. It's absolutely huge, in my opinion, to stay ahead of schedule, especially when you got a team that's a little banged up. Like the Niners were. But here we go, man. First play, first quarter, 14:53 left. This is, right off the bat, 2nd and 10 on the opening drive from our own 33-yard line. This is a Josh Jacobs 18-yard run. We came out in 21 gun, 118 pony, Y cheat sift, F fake, 41 slice. All right, so let's kind of talk about what that means here. 21 gun, obviously it's 2 running backs, 1 tight end. So you got 2 running backs, 1 tight end, and you're strong right in this situation. When we say 118 pony, the way I describe pony, what I do is I include the numbers of the players that are in the pony package from left to right from the offense's perspective. Now, when we say pony package, that simply means your quarterback's in a gun and you've got a double sidecar of running backs, right? A running back on each side. That's called the pony package. It's 21. We explained why cheat sift. What you're going to see here is the Y is actually going to cheat over, and then he's going to sift back. So it's almost like that zipper approach, right? So he motioned over, and then he's going to kick back over and try to seal off the edge. Typically what you're doing there, you're giving this guy a free run, and you're blocking down is what happens on these slice plays, okay? So you're getting the offensive line going left, the sift block coming back right, and it creates chaos for the offense. Now, when we talk F fake, okay, we're going to fake to the F here which is Jaden Reed. So we're going to fake a handoff to him, all right? And we're actually going to give it to Josh Jacobs on the run. When we say 41 slice, 4 is the number associated with the right halfback, okay? So he would be the right back. The first number is 4. And when we say 1, left numbers are odd, okay? Right numbers are even. So if you were going A gap to the right, it'd be a 2, 4, 6. But you're going left, so it would be 1, 3, 5. That's how it lines up. So when we say 41 slice, you guessed it. We're going to go right halfback into the A gap left. That makes sense, Tim?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. So watch the fake here. As you see the F fake, and then we're going to give it to Jacobs. And just look at the bodies, man. Look where everybody's like upfield here, right? Kind of containing outside here. This guy had to respect here, right? And I love how Zach Thomas is going to let this dude kind of go, and Tucker Kraft's just going to smack him right in the mouth. And I believe that's Devondre Campbell, if I remember correctly. So let's really appreciate this for a second. Slow it down to 50% as you see the circus music. Go ahead and cue up the circus music here. and Josh Jacobs is so damn good at hitting the hole, man. Look at this spin move. Tim.
Just impossible to bring this guy down, man.
Yeah. It doesn't get any better than that, man. It really doesn't.
I don't think I've seen a solo tackle on Josh Jacobs all season. It's always 2 or 3 guys trying to bring him down. You got to love it.
I agree, man. And this is an explosive play because of his ability to break those tackles, right?
Yeah, that jump cut into a spin move, that was an extra 10 yards, like right there alone.
Yeah, here's a great look right here. You're going to be able to see the blocking and how everything goes. So, again, here comes the Y cheat sift. Now he's going to come back. These guys right here think they've got a free run. You see this?
Yep.
And then watch what happens. Tom peels off, seals the inside, and now Tucker Kraft going to smack him in the mouth. You're just letting this guy go right here. Don't even worry about it, right? He's already out of the play.
Yeah, the play design took him out of the play.
Mm-hmm. Look at Scoot out here looking for work, right?
Yep.
And also watch – now let's roll the tape back and watch Josh Myers on this play. You know, Josh Myers, he struggles with run blocking, right? Keying on 71 here. Watch, he's going to get a hand on the nose, right? Help there just a touch.
Yep.
We're going to let Sean Ryan wash the other defensive tackle out of the play. Now watch Myers here. Literally takes out 2 defenders there.
Nice.
Look at that. Look at that gap right there. When you're trying to draw up a run scheme, look at that hole.
You normally don't see that in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
You see a seam more than you see a hole. This is you could drive a truck through that hole right there.
Something else that isn't normal. Look at Dobby and Christian Watson out here setting the edges, man, blocking. Just a phenomenal job there, right? So, again, and here comes the whoop. So filthy, man. Absolutely awesome.
And then the ball security at the end too.
Right.
Because he knows, like as a running back, you have to know that. You're in an open space like that. You got to assume somebody's coming behind. They're going to try and punch that ball out. And, other than that one fumble early this year, man, he's just really secured the ball well for us. Love it.
Yeah. All right, next play. Just a couple plays later, 13:32 left in the first quarter, 2nd and 8 at San Francisco's 47. This is another explosive run by Josh Jacobs. He had 2 explosive runs on the opening drive, which is just absolutely awesome. Once again, we're in the 21-gun 308 pony. And I didn't explain that last one. I say 118 pony, guys, 11-8. That's Jaden Reed and Josh Jacobs. That's how I identify and communicate with myself in my notes. Hey, that's who was in the pony package. So this is 308 pony. Guess what that means? 30, Chris Brooks, 8, Josh Jacobs from left to right. Okay, 21 gun, 308 pony, T orbit, 44 power GH lead. So essentially what's going to end up happening here is that Chris Brooks is going to kind of play your H-back. He's going to be the lead blocker here, okay? And we're going 44 power G. Let's look at it again. 4 meaning the right halfback, okay? So there's a 4. And then when we go 4 with the second number, even numbers to the right. So this is designed to go B gap, right? B gap right. And it's going to be an H lead. So what's going to happen is Chris Brooks is actually going to fire here. Now, when I say T orbit, who's the T? The T is technically Josh Jacobs, okay? So when we go orbit, this is what's crazy. He's actually going to go behind Jordan and come up to the B gap. Like, look at this insanity. This is wild, man. Matt LaFleur was in his bag. Watch this. When we say power G, we're going to go guard. When you go power, some people just call it power. Well, it could be a power with a pull and tackle. It could be the pull and center. It could be the guard. Sometimes it could be the guard and the tackle. You call that GT power. This is just G power. Power G means the guard is going to pull over to seal the edge here. You're going to have Chris Brooks get through the hole and try to seal here. And once again, Josh Jacobs orbit, and he's going to hit this hole right here, man. Just a phenomenal job drawing this up by Matt LaFleur. Let's watch it. Call out anything you see here, Tim. This is just, it's crazy. Matt's just in his bag, man.
It's the sheer amount of time it takes the defense to figure out who the hell has the football. Like they had no idea who had the football. That's that deception, you know. We always talk about illusion of complexity with Matt LaFleur, and then you see stuff like this where it is pretty complex, you know. Yep. If you got a guy that misses his assignment on a play like this, it can be scary and get blown up. Now, when everybody executes, it looks like this, you know, and it's a thing of beauty.
I want to point this out too. Notice they had the H flexed out, right? So you already showed him out wide, like you might throw the ball out there. So you're just showing a single back set, and then you bring him in to the pony package. And again, that's what we mean by 308, 30, and there's the 8, 308 pony. All right, here we go. Let's watch it from this angle. And again, keep in mind the G, the guard's going to pull, Elton's going to pull. So you see Elton already getting in position. Watch 30. Watch how patient that Chris Brooks is. He sees Zach Tom's got that block. We're good there. Elton's coming around. I mean, Elton just annihilates this poor guy right here, man. And look who's left, Devondre Campbell, right? And you're going to see Chris Brooks do the hole and just slam that block. I believe that's who he blocks, yeah. And then so he's going to seal it off. And then look at Wicks in here, man.
Hey, Wicks, man. Huge block there.
Yeah. I know Wicks has had drop issues this year, but he is the second best blocking receiver on this team, only behind Christian Watson.
Christian Watson, yep.
Yeah, and watch him dig that safety out, man. Just getting in there and doing the dirty work. Bang.
I like how he slips past Dre Campbell there. Mm-hmm. It almost looked like Dre tried to trip him too.
Probably did. But yeah, you're right, man. He does. He just got to kind of get right by him.
Yep.
Bang.
Next level. And then, yeah, I mean, this is the one we talked about last night. I mean, look how long it takes for a 49er defender to even get hands on Josh Jacobs. I mean, just untouched throughout the whole play.
And it was good blocking, don't get me wrong. But, man, that's hell of a scheme by Matt LaFleur, man. Yes. Just a great job scheming that up. All right, next play, first quarter, same drive, 7:35 left, 2nd and 7 at San Francisco's 11-yard line. This is the Tucker Kraft 11-yard touchdown catch and run. 11 gun, dub nasty, strong right, F zipper, curl flat, Z dig, T wheel, Y screen. All right, so 11 gun, dub nasty, real simple. Your obviously 11 is one running back, one tight end. Okay, strong right because your tight end's to the right side. And we're going to go F zipper. So you're going to see the F go in motion right here. And when we say zipper, you know, I used to call it yo-yo. As soon as I heard Greg Cosell call it zipper, I'm changing my lingo to zipper because he is the best at breaking down tape. But Jaden Reed's going to motion over and then come right back. That's what you call zipper motion. Okay, so he's going to go F zipper, and then we'll set the play up in terms of the passing concept. So there you see he's going to look to return now. And what you've got here is a curl flat. So Dobbs is going to go out and run a curl. Jaden is going to hit the flat. You're going to get a Z dig. So Christian Watson is trying to take attention away from this screen pass here. The T is going to run a wheel route and try to clear out. Some will call it bench. I would call that a wheel. And then we're going to go Y screen. So the Y is going to block, leak, set up for a screen. And then you're going to have some lead blockers out front here that Tucker Kraft's just going to absolutely run straight through. But so again, man, there's multiple options on this play, which is really cool. You're setting up the Y screen, but in the process, you've got options, you know, like you could have hammered it here to Jaden Reed, but you see there's eyes on him fighting through Dobbs, who's just kind of throwing a pick there. Christian drawing all kinds of attention, right? Look at all these defenders on Christian's side of the field.
Yep.
You could have tried to hammer the wheel, but it's going to take you threading the needle. Devondre Campbell got a pretty good beat on that. But look at how this is setting up right here for the screen. And, oh, by the way, Jordan's getting hit by Sean Ryan because he's getting bull rushed back into Jordan. And look at Jordan change the arm angle. and get this ball to Tucker, just threading the needle.
Yeah, right between two defenders. Unreal.
And then again, he's going to run over Josh Myers on his way to the end zone. Just again, that opening drive, Tim, Matt LaFleur was he's kind of showing off a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, man. Again, 11 gun, dub nasty, strong right, F zipper, curl flat, Z dig, T wheel, Y screen, all kinds of stuff going on here. Let's watch the blocking scheme set up here, right? So you've got a 4-man rush. Tucker's letting him go by. Notice the body lean here too. All this attention that's getting drawn to the left side of the field away from the screen. That's absolutely, even this guy's kind of leaning in that direction too. You see that, Tim?
And look at the stripe. You know, Jordan doing a good job of looking those defenders over there, kind of freezing them.
Yeah. When you say stripe, what do you mean by stripe, Tim?
Stripe on Jordan's helmet in the middle. So it's a good indicator of where he's looking. Yep. You know, you can see him looking left there, and those defenders are going where his eyes are going. And it's almost like he waits. As soon as he's got him where he wants them, now he looks to the right side for the screen. And then, throws an absolute dime piece to Tucker Kraft right there.
Yeah. You got all these bodies laying around too, man. You love to see it. Like this right here. I need this framed. Like just frame it out right here. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4 guys on the field.
And then get a good shot of Drake Campbell standing there looking like always.
Going, why did I leave Green Bay? Right. So Tucker Kraft with another touchdown on the year, man. Awesome. That dude's he's gonna be a menace for a long time, man. I believe that with everything in me.
Yep, me too.
All right. So obviously the Packers now lead 7-0. This next play is going to be first quarter, 5:55 left. This is a 3rd and 5 from their own 37. The 49ers with the ball here. This is going to be the Rashawn Gary strip sack. All right. And the play call is nickel 4-2-5, overload left, 55 drop, mock fire, cover 3 match. And it's going to be what we call a fire zone blitz. So Enigbari on this side of the field is actually going to drop into coverage. Okay. And when we say cover 3 match, I think there's some match principles to this because you'll see one guy, I think it's up top. He just runs with the receiver, if I remember correctly. So it's almost like it's just man coverage. But for him anyway, deep third. I'm pretty sure he had deep third. And it's going to be kind of curl flat, sitting in the middle right here. Okay, so that is kind of the play call. And that actually you might have, I'm trying to think of who fires it. What we say, mock fire. So
Quay probably your fire, right?
Yep. So Quay. So let's X that off. Quay's actually going to blitz, and the will is going to drop into that coverage that we just talked about. So again, nickel 4-2-5, overload left. That's real simple. You've got 1, 2, 3 of your 4 defensive linemen are to the left side of the line, and essentially the only one on the right side is going to drop into coverage, and Quay's going to take his place to complete the fire zone blitz. Key in on Rashawn Gary and watch him win around the edge here. This is the play where he breaks around the edge and actually smacks the arm of the quarterback and causes the fumble. Quay corrals the quarterback after he regains control over it. But you'll see Gary take the edge here. Little power move, then rip right there, slaps him on the elbow. Ball comes out. And then, of course, Quay finishes the play. Great hustle there. So we'll get a better look at it here on the end zone cam. But love Gary's heating up, man. And again, notice the difference between this pass rush and other pass rushes, Tim. He's actually going after the quarterback here, right? This isn't like a contain. You know, before we were seeing that straight arm, and you could tell he's containing the quarterback and kind of waiting for him to make his move and then break off. You don't have to worry about Brandon Allen scrambling. So it's just, hey, let's go after the quarterback here on this play. And again, right here, you're going to see him slap the arm. Ball comes out, and Quay Walker with the finish.
Great job of Quay not quitting on that play.
Right.
Because pre-snap, I mean, I thought he timed it perfectly, man. Because it almost looked like sugar at first, and then you kind of see him just kind of hop step up there, and he's like right in stride when that ball snapped. That's how he got in there so quickly. But
and look at how many rushers we end up on the right side of the line here, Tim. This is hilarious. I just noticed this. Nobody. Devontae Wyatt is doing a touch spot. People see that and go, man, Wyatt didn't do anything. It's designed that way. You're bringing the pressure this side, right? You're pressuring from this side.
Yep.
And what Wyatt's doing is engaging. You see he's got this guard with a hand on him, or the center with a hand on him, and the left guard as well. And he's just going to kind of strafe to the right in case our boy Brandon Allen tries to scramble in this direction. Devontae's going to be waiting there. So it's really just a 3-man rush when you think about it.
It is.
And on the surface, it looks like they're being overly aggressive, right?
Yeah, exactly. And that might have been the intent, right? That's what Hafley might have been trying to sell there. But, I mean, Quay just gets shoved in the back twice, gets dumped onto the turf, gets up, locates the ball carrier, finishes the play. Bingo. I mean, that was a gift from the football gods. Probably the only one that the Niners got in that game was him fumbling that ball right back to himself. They got pretty lucky on that one, but great job by Quay and Rashawn on that play.
And the big thing with that too, I know some people would see that and they would think, it doesn't matter. It was third down anyway if you didn't recover the fumble. Now think of the invisible yardage that they picked up from the punt, right? It'd be huge to recover that there, and you've seen Quay laying it all on the line trying to get to the football. Quay had a hell of a game, man. God, I hope it continues to him. Spotlight's gonna be on him Thursday, man.
We're gonna need him. Yep. We need another game like that out of him. Of course, different game plan, right? We'll get into that tomorrow probably for Dolphins week. But yeah, man, this is the time to get hot. If you're a player who struggled, man, if you can hit your stride right around Thanksgiving, help your team make that playoff push. That's what we want.
Yeah. All right. So next play, first quarter, 1:47 left, 1st and 10 at their own 48. This is the Emmanuel Wilson 19-yard run. And the play call was we got out a pony package. So now we're in 11 gun nasty, Trey Wright, F cheat to Dubs, 24 power G, RPO flat. Tim, we have not called power G hardly at all this year on Chalk Talk, have we? So
no, here we are calling it twice already.
Yeah. We're getting the second half of the season, and Matt's going, all right, let's change it up. You're seeing a little more sifting, and you're seeing more power G. You guys know, if you go back and watch the show early last year when we were struggling, we were sifting every play, sifting. And we were actually running some power too. I remember talking to Mike Watt. I'm like, bro, I said this to Mike. I said, we got to stop with the sifting. He went, what's a sift? And I went, like split flow. He went, oh, okay, got you. There you go. And he said, I said, yeah, man, we just need to stop. We need to get back. He said, what do you suggest? I said, just inside zone. He went, Clay, we can't block inside zone. I'll never forget that. Like, my bad, Mike. All right, man, they're stinking up the joint right now, but still simplify, right?
Yep.
This year you've got some momentum. Now let's get creative with it, because again, all these things have keys that the defense is trying to read. When that guard pulls, he's reading that, right? Yep. When you go zone right, the whole defense, you're going to notice their go right. And then you're split flowing off of it. You're getting them to follow the offensive line and read their keys to the right a step. And then the running back's cutting back with a lead blocker in the sift. And that's how you get to the next level. So
and a lot of that is like you said, we haven't really pulled these out this year, so it's not on tape. So for the the Niners defense, these are kind of like unscouted looks. They're slightly familiar with what we do, but like you said, we haven't called a lot of this, and Matt was in his bag. He was calling these all night long.
Yeah, definitely. All right, 11 gun nasty, Trey Wright, F cheat to Dubs, 24 power G, RPO flat. So you got an RPO tag on this play. We'll talk about what it means. Again, one running back, one tight end, that's 11. When we say Trey Wright, it's 3 targets to the right, one of which is the tight end. That makes it Trey instead of Trips. F cheat to Dubs. So what you're going to see here is the F receiver, the flyer, is going to cheat over. And notice who's playing flyer right here, Tim. It's Romeo Doubs.
Here's a guy.
All right, so Romeo Doubs is going to cheat over. Now what you've got is F cheat to 2x2, or what we refer to as dubs. When we say nasty, it's nasty splits. Everybody's inside the numbers. That's what you call a nasty split or a condensed split. 24 power G. We seen it just a second ago. Now we're going with the first number being 2. That's the halfback and Emmanuel Wilson on this play. And when we say 4, that's going to be even to the right. So A gap would be 2, B gap would be 4. So what you're designed to do is hit the B gap right here. That's what it's designed. Doesn't mean that's where they're going to end, okay? They may bounce it out. They may cut it back inside, but that's where the play was specifically designed. Power G, real simple. Elton pulling across again to pull block here. And you got an RPO flat a tag. So what's going to happen here with this RPO tag, you're going to see Jaden Reed get out here and just kind of rub this guy. Try to get him try to get him to drive off the ball and get him out of the way. And you've actually got Romeo Doubs on RPO. So the way this works, the decision can be made pre-snap if you like your hat count, and I think they do on the right here. But if you don't necessarily know what you want to do yet, what you're looking at is who's covering Romeo right here, right? It's not him. It looks like Devondre's probably rushing, if that's Devondre. I think it is. Is it Fred Warner? Fred Warner could kick out there. That could happen. So what Jordan's going to do on this RPO is he's going to put the ball in the belly of the running back, and he's going to read here. And if you got a 1 versus 2, then you take that number game. You got a +1 hat. You fire that flat. You got a lead blocker, and you're up the sideline for a big game. If you don't like it, just leave the ball in the belly of the running back and let him run this power G, and that's what he does here. So you see Jordan, he's kind of got the number over here, but I love that Jordan doesn't really focus on it, Tim. He's just like, you know what? Let's just run the ball down their damn throat. I think there was a conversation that was had between Jordan and Matt LaFleur, like, hey, look, let's press into the run, and that's going to open things up for you later on. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, and that's exactly what happened in this game. A lot of what we saw was off of the run game, which we established early and often, and it carried us through. That's why we ended up boat racing them in the end.
Yep, controlled the time of possession, all that, made them make the mistakes, everything we wanted to happen with the Bears the week before that we didn't do, right?
Yeah.
Still get the dub. That's what's just awesome about the whole situation. But watch Emmanuel Wilson here. See, he's looking B-gap. Elton Jenkins, great job sealing it. By the way, I can't say it enough. I know everybody wants to key in on the Christian Watson drop. Look at Scoot out here again.
Yep.
Just absolutely sealing the edge. And Emmanuel Wilson says, you know what? Scoot's out there. Let's just bounce this thing out.
Yep.
Right here, if we could see the helmet stripe, he's going A6. Meet me right here, bub. Meet me right here at the sideline. I got something for you. Watch him run at him. Bang.
Yep.
God, I love football.
I'm telling you, man. It's like he's teammates with Josh Jacobs or something, Wonder if those guys hang out.
This is a great look right here, too. Big E. Watch Big E pull over and seal this off. And I love that Emmanuel Wilson didn't try to force this, right?
Right.
Force that. Heard Gary.
You trip over your own guy, or you get, something bad happens there. That's called improvising.
I'm going to be negative and take a shot here for a second, okay? And I don't mean to be overly negative, but it's going to come across as negative. It feels like it's been a decade since we've seen A.J. Dillon play. And A.J. Dillon, if he hits that B gap, he's going to get that 98 grade that he said the coaches gave him when the fans were giving him a hard time, right? That's what the play is designed to do.
Right.
A.J. Dillon doesn't bounce this out.
No.
He does not bounce it out. He's going to just slam up in there and get 2 or 3 yards. And listen, you can say it's good, bad, indifferent, whatever. Don't matter, right? It is what it is. Emmanuel Wilson has a history of doing this. Like, I remember Gary Ellerson saying on a podcast I was listening to, it was a preseason game last year where Emmanuel Wilson had like a real long run. He was like, that cut's not normal.
Yep. It was real similar to something like this too. He had an interior, I think they were running inside zone or something, and he just bounced it out and turned the corner. Incredible, man. That's what you need. That's called being a playmaker, right? You know where the play design is, but everyone makes plans until you get punched in the mouth, right? And if bodies are flying around and your gap disappears, you got to get creative, and that's what he did here.
Notice his foot. See how he planted left? He jab step like he's going inside. Yep. This guy's watching that, right? He's watching his hips, and watch what happens. Gets caught inside, and we're out. Right out the back door. And again, impose your will on that defender, man. Love it. Look at
Christian Watson, man, dude. Yeah, just literally playing till the end of the play.
And look how fired up he is for Emmanuel Wilson. I wish I'd have let it roll a little bit longer because he does. He waits for Emmanuel Wilson to get up, and he's just all in his grill, like, let's go. Dude.
That's the kind of plays that fire up your team, man. Yep. You get your guys blocking, and then you got a running back that ain't afraid to lower that shoulder. I love it.
So that's 3 explosive runs in the first quarter alone. That 19-yard run would lead to a 51-yard field goal. First 50-yard field goal that the Packers have kicked this year. I did not know that. That's wild. So 51-yard field goal makes it Green Bay 10-0. Then the following drive, San Francisco would punt again. So they go 3 and out. I believe it was 3 and out. So this play here, now we're in the second quarter, 12-10 left, a 3rd and 11, guys, 3rd and 11 from their own 28. And who are you looking for on third down, Tim? It's Romeo Doubs for 29 yards. And here is the play. We went old school numerical system with this because it was going to be a dictionary that I'm going to have to read off for the play call. So 11 gun, tray left, 586, double leak is the play. All right, 11, obviously one running back, one tight end. It's tray left because the 3 to the left, including the tight end. And then we're going to go 586. You go from left to right. And then we'll go double leak. Double leak is real simple. When you got a leak, it's typically the tight end. When you go double leak, it's the tight end and the running back. Okay, so 586 is simple. Your number 1 is going to run an out. Your number 2 is going to run a post. These are all numerical on the route tree. And then your your X on the opposite side is going to run a dig. Okay, so there is your play design from a passing standpoint. With the leak, it's going to be a block, leak out in the flat for the Y, block, kind of get caught in the, and then leak out in the flat. Some will call that a shoot. We'll call it a flat just to keep things simple. Again, 11 gun, tray left, 586, double leak. And look for Dobby here. Tim, notice what you're trying to do here, man. You've got underneath outlets on both sides of the field. If you get in trouble, you can dump it to either of one of the two, the double leaks there. You've got the out drawing attention to the sideline. You got the post stretching the safety vertically, and then it's just going to open up the middle of the field right here for Romeo Doubs, who's on the bottom of your screen. He's going to run a dig, and watch Dobby hammer this dig, man.
Great.
Get in here, stretch him, bang,
Ooh.
And look at this.
Look at the separation.
Yeah, look at back turned. Jordan sees that, and he knows this is going to be butt naked through the trailer park right here, man.
Yep.
Because that guy's going to continue to go downfield, and you can hammer that into Doubs on that dig, and that's exactly what he does. Great ball. Dobby, great catch, turning it upfield, getting another extra eight yards there, roughly.
Yep. Yeah, he tried to cut it back there, get out to the boundary and take it up the seam. But what a great ball by Jordan Love too. We always talked about what he struggled with last year, which was getting it out in time. And this was out in time, in rhythm, on the money, in stride. Bam, steps into it. Look at that throw.
Perfect.
Incredible.
Yeah, if we watch it again too, notice, we'll go super slow here. Notice how Jordan hosed the safety with his eyes. He's looking at the post. He's thinking about the post. But again, it's, You know what? What's been going on here lately in the season? We're being too aggressive, right? God, I'd like to hit that post, but let's just dump it underneath right here. Bang.
Yeah. And notice how he doesn't, he sees Rome running the route, but he's not going to turn his head until he's got to deliver that ball. That's what freezes that secondary thing of beauty. Yeah. And they were in cover 2, right?
I'd have to go back and look at it. It kind of, to me, it felt like it was definitely man coverage because you had someone running with, actually, no, that's zone. I think it was probably Tampa too, Tim.
Okay.
Yes, you're probably right.
Yeah, so middle field open. So that again, knowing your situation, throwing it to where he's going to be, not where he is. Just a great play. Right when we needed it too, man. That was a huge, huge play for that drive.
And don't forget, I think it was either the play before or a couple plays after, he connected with Romeo again on a 3rd and 5 to move the sticks. So Rome was Mr. Third Down, no doubt about it. Again, another explosive play there for the Packers. That would lead to Josh Jacobs' touchdown run. So Green Bay now leads 17-0. San Francisco would get the ball. They would score a touchdown and make it 17-7. So that's where we're picking up here. Third quarter, 10:51 left, 4th and 2 play at Green Bay's 39-yard line. I said this was the most important play of the game. My opinion, this is, if they convert on this, they're probably going down and scoring, and you're looking at a 3-point game, and you're in a damn dogfight the rest of the evening. So the fact that you made this play, to me, was the most important play of the entire game. And this is the Xavier McKinney pass breakup on 4th down. And I want you to kind of understand what they're doing here. First of all, Brandon Allen cans out of something, right? So they're in an empty set, which says a lot, Tim. 4th and 2, and you have shut their run down so much that they said, the hell with it, we're going to pass out of empty on 4th and 2 because they're just
crazy. And McCaffrey's on the field too.
Right. So what they do is they can out of something. They're going to go kind of semi-stack over here to the left, nasty splits, just like LaFleur likes to run, right? Here's McCaffrey, okay? And look who's lined up over him, McKinney. Yep. Now, listen, this isn't man coverage, but what we're running is a nickel 4-2-5 cover 3 free sky. And what we mean by sky is when the safety covers the curl flat, okay? Now, when you say free sky, we're talking about the free safety. So you got to go opposite. There's the tight end. That makes Evan Williams your strong safety. Xavier McKinney is your free safety. So nickel 4-2-5 cover 3 free sky, real simple. Deep third, deep third, deep third, and then Xavier McKinney is going to hit the curl flat, and these guys are just going to drop into coverage underneath, and I imagine Javon Bullard probably going to be playing curl flat over here as the nickel. So that's your play call. Again, this time, key in on our boy Xavier McKinney. Watch his eyes the whole time, Tim. He knows he's got curl flat, but when the game's on the line, think play or not play, and he's thinking right now, where the hell's 23 at, right? Let's watch this play unfold. And watch Xavier McKinney, man. There is no hesitation at all. He's going to fight through a little traffic. So right here, he's thinking, okay, is he vert? Is he vert? No. See, he's already shading to the right like he's going to go curl flat. They try to run a pick play on him, and Xavier McKinney ain't having it, man. Get that break on that ball, dude.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
That play, am I wrong, man? That had to be the most important play of the day, man. Like, if they convert there, you're on your heels the rest of the afternoon, man.
Yep. And he played it perfectly. The fact that, I mean, it's a good thing that Allen threw that ball high, because if it was any lower, it's probably pick six.
That's a good point, man. He's probably undercutting that, yeah.
He's probably undercutting it and up the sideline and gone.
It's just perfect coverage, man.
Yep.
Perfect.
And the trust in your teammates too, that's the reason he was able to do that, because you trust Stokes to do his job, and you're trusting the guys behind you, so it allows you to go up there and make a play like that.
Yeah. So again, that wouldn't lead to a Green Bay score when they turn it over on fourth down, but what it did allow you to do is punt and flip the field again. That invisible yardage once again coming into play because McKinney got that fourth down stop. So Green Bay would punt. They're still leading 17-7. Now we're going third quarter, 6 minutes left, 3rd and 8 play. This is at Green Bay's 45-yard line. So here they are across the 50 once again, and this is the Xavier McKinney interception. How about that, Tim? 2 drives in a row. Xavier McKinney making the play. The play call is nickel 4-2-5, 53 drop, TE left, cover 3, strong sky. So we just talked about what sky is. Seen something in their offensive attack that you want to play a lot of sky where the safety is going to the curl flat. If it was buzz, let me put this actually up here for you guys real quick so you understand what I'm talking about. This is the different kinds of cover 3, okay? Sky, your corner covers deep third, the safety hits the curl flat, the linebacker hits the hook curl. If we were running buzz, the safety would come down inside for the hook curl, right? The linebacker would go curl flat. The cornerback goes deep. If it's cloud, the safety covers deep third down the sideline. The cornerback's got the curl flat, kind of like when you're playing a cover 2 flat, like a hard flat, and then the linebacker covers the hook curl. We are in the far left one on this play. Cornerback deep third, linebacker's got the mid hook curl. The safety is going to attack the curl flat. Now, when we talk about strong sky, this time it's going to be the strong safety that's going to play sky. I think they might use a little cheat. If they don't, we'll get it to the snap here and see. I'm trying to remember here. No, because McKinney's actually going to be covering deep third. So there's your tight end, right? Strong side of the formation. That means your safety on this side is going to be hitting curl flat. That makes sense? That's what we mean by strong sky. So strong sky, curl flat, deep third. McKinney's going to be deep third. This corner is going to be deep third. 53 drop. Here's what's really cool. We had to have blitzed somebody. I might have missed it unless we got extra into coverage and we only brung 3. But 53, little jab step, and he's going to drop underneath and probably cover the curl to the flat, right? We may fire someone here.
Did we fire a mic on this one again? Is this another play
right now? Nope. Look at it. Look, missed it. It's cat blitz. See it?
Wow. Bullard. Yeah. Is that Bullard? Or, yeah.
Yep. So your strong's going. Yep. There you go. And 53 is going to drop out. That allows this linebacker, rather than going curl flat, he's just going to sit in a hook curl now, right here, hook curl, and Evan Williams is going to clamp down because it's sky. It's strong sky, so he's going to the flat. So yeah, this is actually what should have been in the play call is nickel 4-2-5, 53 drop, TE left, cover 3, strong sky, nickel blitz is what it should be. And again, it's a fire zone blitz. 53 drops out. Your nickel fires this time. And here's what's really cool, an extra added layer with the TE stunt. What we mean there is when we go TE left, it's from the defense's perspective here. The tackle goes first. He engages, washes it out, and then you free it up for a looper here. Unless you want him to just kind of play off the TE, you want him to kind of spy a little bit. But McKinney, man, he was showing all the way down in here, close to the box, and he's going to get all the way back here with this cover 3 sky look.
Look at his eyes, too. His eyes are already on Debo. Oh, yeah. Already.
And look at him looking at the quarterback, too, right here. Like, notice how he slowed his pace.
Yep.
If he keeps going, he runs himself out of this play. He is reading this ball right here that's already cocked. Notice him stop.
Look where the ball is, too, when he adjusts.
Yeah.
And this is just as much. I mean, this, in my opinion, this ain't on the quarterback. That's on Debo, not going up and catching that football.
Yeah, securing it. And
I mean, he knew it was a hospital ball, right? Laid over the middle. Look at all the defenders. He was probably anticipating the hit from McDuffie.
Yeah, it's a great job by McDuffie, was it not?
Yeah, closing in like that. And then Quay shading back, too. Yep. It's a higher degree of difficulty on that catch, but you got to be able to catch that ball in this league, right? I mean, just fell right in the bucket for X there. Perfect position. Again, always around the football, Xavier McKinney.
Yeah, always.
I thought he was going to take it to the house, too, there.
I did, too, man. I was wanting it bad. I was wanting it real bad. He deserves 6 points, probably more than anybody else on the roster right now.
Absolutely.
Let's watch it again from the end zone cam here. They're changing something up, too. They've seen something right here. They've seen
good
something.
Communication. See, this is what we didn't see last year. You saw one guy communicating and everyone else kind of like ignoring them or just doing whatever they wanted to do. Look at all the communication pre-snap.
Everybody.
Kenny, Quay, Carl Brooks.
Everyone.
We got McDuffie, McKinney, Rashawn.
Look at that hand over here off screen. See it?
Right. So we get a can or a change, and everyone's acknowledging. Look at everybody's acknowledged. Everybody's set. That's why good things happen.
Yeah. He's thinking, man, let me hammer this thing in here. You seen? He knows what's happening right here. He feels Gary. Watch Gary come into his line of sight right here. He's going, oh hell. Let's just turn this thing loose. And what's cool is the way it's designed is if he does try to scramble right, look who's waiting.
He's going to run right into Javon Bullard. Yep.
Exactly. And again, probably a negative score from PFF, but watch Carl Brooks. Carl Brooks is not trying to get to the quarterback here. Look at him. He's containing left. Look at him.
Yep.
See him? He's just kind of out there. If the quarterback tries to scramble, wash off, make the tackle.
Yep. Pretty good protection by the Niners, all things considered. Yeah. Hat on a hat on the right side. You got a double in the middle. Just a great play, man. This is
McKinney is unbelievable, man.
Pressure pick right there. Right
there, you go. Yep.
That's a great example of it. Keep him in the well. Force him to deliver that ball.
Look at McKinney adjust.
Yep. It's amazing he didn't throw the underneath to 10 there.
Right. Yeah.
It almost looked like that was the better option. That would have been a completion.
It would have, and he probably would have had a bunch of yak because Quay, that wasn't his assignment. That wasn't a match principle, right?
Right.
And Isaiah McDuffie bailed on his hook because he thought they're hammering this. And I think they've seen that. That's why they were all signaling something like, hey, they like to hammer this dig out of this combo. And it was a unique set. If you'll notice, the tight end was even with the running back, but split out wide. It was kind of an odd look there, almost like it was going to be a screen or something.
Yep.
But, again, McKinney. And the other thing, too, let's just point it out real quick. We can't let this pass us up here. Where does he catch the football? Let's see if we can guess roughly. It ain't got to be perfect. So he was at roughly the 25.
Yep.
So he goes from the 25. There's 25 yards already, 35, 45, 50, 53 yards of invisible yardage right there on the return, man.
You see Javon Bullard's life flash before his eyes there? 77 coming over. Good job by Bull to still get in there and chip him a little. That was crazy. I like it.
So obviously you get the ball back. Here's another play that didn't make Chalk Talk, but I had a note. I wanted to mention it. The reason you're down here, Romeo Dobbs draws pass interference.
Yep.
Guys, those PI calls are just as good as catches, right? I mean, that sets you up. When we got that PI call, I went, we got this damn game. We got this. pound this.
And there was a couple on Rome a few snaps prior to that too that I thought should have been called and they weren't. And they called it when it mattered though, because that would have been a tutter for sure for Rome.
And I was screaming right here, just please God, no jet sweeps. Let's just stay. If you run it 4 times and you don't get in the end zone from the 1, I can handle that.
I can live with that. That's called a defense making a goal line stand. It happens. You turn the ball over on downs. They got to go 99 yards. You feel okay about it. But if you run jet sweeps down here and you're fumbling or you're losing yards working backwards, it's frustrating. I just love the downhill right here. Look at this I formation. I love it.
Yeah, this is, and it's a unique one too. Check this out. 23I U76 23 power G. What does that mean, guys? 2 running backs, right? Now keep in mind that's a tight end though, okay? That's Fitzpatrick. I think it's how you say his name, Fitzpatrick. That's Fitzpatrick. So he's playing the H, all right? He's a tight end on our roster, but he's playing fullback right here, okay?
Right. So technically there's 3 tight ends on the field. One's just playing halfback right now.
Yeah. Actually, there's 3 tight ends on the field, but there's an extra offensive lineman playing tight end too. So if you wanted to count the offensive lineman as the tight end the position he's playing right now, which is 76 Kadeem Telford, that's why we say U76. He's playing U tight end here.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got 1, 2, 3 tight ends and an extra offensive lineman. Like this is Kevin Berry days, boys. Yep. Go back and watch Kevin Berry when Amon Green was rushing all over the league. They called it U71 bacon is what Mike Wall called it, right? Again,
the Niners look like they're in a good set here to defend against this.
Yeah, that's all you can do, right? It's just load the box and let's go crack skulls, right?
Yep.
And what you got with the run call is 23 power G. Again, left are the odd numbers, so it's going to the running back. That's your 2, and then the 3 would be 1, 3. So this is designed B gap, right? And we're going to go power G, which is Sean Ryan pulling over to help seal. All right. So again, the play call is 23I, actually 4 tight ends on the field, U76, 23 power G. Let's roll it here, man. This is just smash mouth football. Let's go back to 1933 here and run the damn rock.
Yep. Look at the patience by Josh Jacobs too.
Notice where he gets hit at too. He's hit at roughly the 3-yard line.
3-yard line. Yep.
And watch him just drive. Let's go. Let's freaking go.
Beautiful.
Now this next angle, man. Watch Tucker Kraft and Fitzpatrick on this play. This is absolutely awesome. Tucker Kraft, what you're going to see happen is Dre is going to bounce up here and try to hit this gap, right, and make the tackle. Tucker Kraft is going to meet him in the hole, smack him so hard that it drives Dre into the backfield. And then Tucker's going to end up in the end zone somehow, right? Now, Fitzpatrick going to shoot out here with this lead block, right? You could have called it H lead as well to add on to that, to tag on to the play call. He's going to smack number 6 right in the mouth, and that's how you're going to punch this thing in. And 27 knew it, Tim. What's 27? Yeah. He says, number 6, you're about to get your ass kicked, bub. Sorry about it.
That's the rookie, Malik Mustafa.
Bang! Look at that,
the NFL rookie.
Look at this. What is this? What are these dance moves right here, Tim? What is that?
Getting pancaked, man. Getting flapjacked.
Now, watch Tucker this time. I can't believe we're spending this much time on a damn 1-yard run, but I love it.
It's a thing of beauty, man. We've been waiting all damn year for one of these. There's no jet motion on this play.
Exactly. Watch Tucker. He knows exactly where he wants to get, and it's on number 59. Watch him smack him, and look where 59 ends up.
Bang.
He ends up there in Door County, bro. I love it. Just old school power football from the 1-yard line. That's my cup of tea there. All right, so again, that was in the third quarter, 4:28 left, and now the Packers that put them up 24-7. The next drive, San Francisco drove down, kicked the field goal. That made it 24-10. Green Bay would punt on the next drive, and that brings us to this point where it's the third quarter, 36 seconds left, 2nd and 10 from their own 21. And this is Quay Walker with the tackle for a loss. This is a 2nd and 10 play. They're trying to stick with the run, and I want you to key in on Quay. Now, I got some question marks on this one because anytime it's a run play and everybody attacks the run, it's hard to tell what's the coverage, so you kind of guess. I think it was a 4-3 over, cover 1 man. This is straightforward, though. Watch Quay no hesitation, get to the point of attack and make the tackle, man. I mean, this is what you want to see. This is the difference between Quay yesterday and what we've always seen. Watch him right here, Tim. There ain't even a start, stop, shoot. It's just let's get in the backfield and crush this dude.
Yeah, I think there was definitely conversations about what a play.
Yeah,
there had to be conversations with him going into this game, knowing that McCaffrey was their biggest weapon. You know, they're banged up, missing a lot of guys. We knew with Juszczyk, and McCaffrey, they were going to try and do stuff like this. Mm-hmm. They probably told Quay, "Hey, no start, stop, shoot. Don't shuffle your feet. Don't hesitate. Just find your spot and finish the play." I mean, look at him get off that block.
Bro,
most guys are blocked out of the play there by that right guard 77.
And he gets by that block, Tim, right now. He makes that decision right now, and he's gone.
Yep.
Just a great job bringing McCaffrey down there.
Yeah, you're right, because he stayed to the outside. I mean, that 77 basically just helped Quay. He just blocked him in the direction he wanted him to go.
Right in. Yep. Again, how you arrive at confrontation determines how you handle confrontation, right?
Yep, that's right. And we know Quay is a tackler. We know he can tackle when he's there to make the play. And that was the big thing, is getting him there. And it's starting to happen.
Yeah. And the reason
for him to build on in this game, man.
The reason I think that was an important play needed to make chalk talk, it was a 2nd and 10 play that led to a 3rd and long. San Francisco ended up punting.
Yep.
So they punted, then Green Bay would punt. Now we're 4th quarter, 12:37 left. 1st and 5 from their own 15-yard line. This is the LVN strip sack, as the score is 24-10 currently. The play call was 4-3 over cover 3 zone match. All right, so we're playing a little zone match. Real simple. Just focus on LVN here, man. They tried to get cute. They tried to block down a little bit here and bring some guys over to seal LVN. I really want you to key in on LVN and what the hell he does to Christian McCaffrey. Think of what Quay just did to Christian McCaffrey, right? The golden goose for the big bad San Francisco 49ers. Watch LVN right here. He's going to fire off the ball. Great jump, right? 77 is going to try to seal block. He takes him with him. Right here, Tim. I'm going to go super slow motion. Watch what he does to 23, man. Throws him out of the damn club. Look at this. Get off
me. Let me go force this fumble real quick with my face fast.
And Kenny Clark doing a great job recovering the fumble there. Quay would have had it too, I believe.
Yep.
But Quay was around the ball all day, man. All day long.
You know what's funny is I remember this play. I was talking to my wife and we were talking about them being without Trent Williams. And I was like, man, it'd be really nice if they ran one of these overload looks to that side. And this was literally the next play. And we're overloaded to the right.
Yep.
And that's where all the action is, and that's where that line broke down. Thing of beauty right here.
Look at her. Watch Chris. Look at Christian McCaffrey right here. We gotta pause it. What is this? What's going on here, boys? What is this right here?
Yeah, no, that's getting kicked out of the club right there. That's the bouncers throwing you out the front door right there.
Yeah, and if you see like once LVN, now let's just key in on LVN. All right, watch LVN.
Somebody missed a chip, right? Was Juszczyk supposed to chip him there? Did he just run right past him?
I don't think so, man. To me, it looks like it was designed for everybody to block to this side and 77 to seal off the edge. That's what it looks like to me.
Okay.
And he's going to have help with Christian McCaffrey as well. So watch 77 come over. See, that's designed, right?
Okay.
You're faking a power play is what you're doing.
Right.
And you're trying to set up play action. So it worked too. Watch what Quay does right here. Notice Quay. He sees that guard pull, and look how committed he is, right?
Yep.
Like that, we're screwed. If LVN does not run straight through 2 blocks, we're screwed on this play. Because I guarantee you, whoever this is getting to this second level and making a play. Right. That's what play action does. And you can see Brandon Allen wants to. He sees it developing. You see where he's looking with his eyes.
I see. So Juszczyk's just leaking there, basically.
Bingo.
And then you got Wilson in coverage. Yeah, you're right. So this is all on LVN to make a play here.
That's exactly what he did.
Look at big TJ Slayton. Look at TJ putting in that work on 2 guys. I love it, man.
Yep. Great job, man. Love the play call too. Very simple. Hafley's keeping things so simple, man.
Yep.
LVN.
And of course, another turnover that led to another touchdown.
Yep. Exactly. So next play, 4th quarter, 12:30 left. It's actually the very next play, I believe. 1st and 10 at San Francisco's 16-yard line. Guess who it is? It's Tucker Kraft. I had to show this one because the yak is just always there with Tucker. 12 ace nasty, strong left, Z cheat, 26 boot, double switch, 1769 T safe. Yeah.
That's what the play call looks like right there. That's
all right. So we're going to go 12, one running back, two tight ends, strong left, right? We're going to go Z cheat. So who's the Z? The Z lines up off the line of scrimmage on the tight end side. So that makes Dontavian Wicks the Z here. So the Z is going to cheat. And then you'll notice what he does here as he cheats. He's going to clear. All right. So switch. What is switch? Let's talk about what that is. First of all, 26 boot. Let's explain that. I'm getting ahead of myself. I apologize. 2 is the running back. 6, the numbers are even to the right? So this is designed to look like you're running off tackle, okay? It's like a stretch play is what it's designed to be here. So that's what you're showing here. But instead, what Jordan's going to do is run a bootleg and keep it, okay? He's going to keep the ball, so he's going to roll out to the left. Now, let's talk about what the switch is here. Double switch, meaning you got 4 receivers, essentially, 4 targets out here. You got Wicks, who's cheating over, and you got Christian Watson over here. You got Sims, and you got Kraft on the left side from the offense's perspective. On a switch concept, at the line of scrimmage, the receivers will switch, okay? And what you're doing is if you're in man coverage, you're trying to catch the defense. You're trying to confuse them on who's taking who, right? So with the switch release here, it's a double switch. 1769 is real simple, okay? It's going to be a flat, right, out here, and then the 7 is going to be a corner route. So Sims is going to kind of run this corner route. He almost like flattens it off into an out, but we'll call it a corner. A dig on the other side, right? And then you got the go. And notice how everybody's switching. You see what I'm saying? Wicks is on the inside as the technical number 2. He ends up on the outside. The 1 ends up on the inside. On this side, the 1 ends up on the inside. The 2 ends up on the outside. That makes sense to him?
Yep.
That's what switch is. And again, T safe after the play fake, he's just going to settle in here and pass block. And what you're going to notice here, remember what we talked about earlier. And I didn't plan to talk about this, but we've hit it the entire show. The thing that's popping on this game plan is there are options to try to fire the ball down the field, and Jordan is checking it down. He's checking it down. He's staying with the run on the RPO. He's playing everything safe. I think him and LaFleur are on the same page. Like, hey, look, let's cut the BS mistakes out. Yep. That's what it feels like.
And then that's why you saw later on in the game too, you saw LaFleur dialing up some shot plays for Jordan, giving him the opportunity to air it out and take those big plays. But, the game plan clearly was manage it, keep it small, don't miss big. That was the problem. Jordan was missing big and they were getting picked. You want to miss little in games like this. So clutch.
What I want you to key in on here is notice Wicks is going to throw his hand up. He is running butt naked through the trailer park. And Jordan doesn't even look at him. It's let's take the check down. He immediately, when he comes out of this rollout, he's putting eyes here. And when he sees 2 to 3 bodies deep, let's just check it down and let our guys make a play. I love this. Watch Wicks up top. Wicks is like, oh, this is me, right?
That's a throw a hand up. Waiting to happen, yep.
But again, Jordan, telling you something with the game plan. He's looking here. He doesn't even get to work back to this side. It's just, you know what? There it is. Let's take it. And I know people will see that and they'll criticize Jordan for missing a wide open touchdown. But last week when he threw into double coverage and the ball was caught, it was the whole argument was Tucker Kraft's wide open. Tucker Kraft's wide open. I'm telling you, man, he's learning from his mistakes there.
Yep.
And look at just getting the ball over the defender. Perfect placement. And now you get the ball at the 15-yard line with Tucker Kraft and a full head of steam. Look at this. Let's go.
I love it.
All the way down to the 1-yard line.
Yeah, would have been nice to see Wicks get a tutter there, but still a great play.
Mm-hmm.
Sets up another Josh Jacobs touchdown, if memory serves me correct.
And it fits the game plan perfectly, man.
Yep.
Perfectly. And we'll get to that touchdown in just a second. I want you to really appreciate the play action here. Watch the boot. Watch the linebackers. Okay, keying on the linebackers. The cheat brings them over. Look at the lean. Look at Devondre.
Yep. Fred Warner completely washed out, and that's arguably the best linebacker in the NFL.
How many times did we see this in Green Bay? Watch Dre. He bought that hook, line, and sinker, bro.
Yep.
Love the flow of this play, too. And Jordan just taking what's there, man.
Yep.
Christian, look at him.
Scoot.
Yep.
And then gets off so he doesn't get the block in the back. I love it.
And doesn't get hurt, right?
Yep. Smart.
Yeah.
You talk about another guy learning from his mistakes.
Yep.
That's
No
incredible,
doubt.
man.
All right, so this is the Josh Jacobs touchdown that you were talking about. So play call, 12 ace nasty, strong left Z wing, 21 dive. So what you're going to see here is Dontavion Wicks once again setting up in the wing area, okay? And essentially he's going to act as an extra tight end here with the 12. So you go strong left. They've seen something in this 49ers tape. Hey, let's run a lot of strong left at the goal line. They really did. And, let's watch it. Just 21 dives, real simple. Running back, number 2, 1, odd or to the left. So this is just a dive play. A dive play is real simple. You're just shooting A-gap left and just punch this thing in here, man. Keep it as simple as possible, and you'll see that's exactly what they do here. Tay Wicks, look at Tay Wicks getting in there, right? Look at the pad level of Josh Jacobs. Bang. Let's go. Touchdown. So now Green Bay leads. What's that make it? 20. Actually, that'll make it 33. Let's watch it from this angle too. That'll make the score. What would that make it? 31. I apologize. I'm from Kentucky. Numbers are hard. 31-10. That's what it makes the score now. But you see 69. 69 was.
You could just see the frustration.
Yeah, this right here, that's the look you're looking for. Watch this. Damn it. Andy said I can't have another brownie. Yeah. Exactly what that was. Fourth quarter, 10:59 left. 1st and 10 play from their own 30. San Fran now, guys, listen, there's 11 minutes left in the game. Let's just try to get back in this thing. And what a hustle play by Keyshawn Nixon here, man. Nickel 4-2-5, 95 drop. To me, it felt like they were going to drop Devontae Wyatt on this play, all right? And it looked like a cover 2 zone, but the play happens so quick it doesn't really develop. What I want you to key in on is look at where Keyshawn is at and follow him the entire play. This is just all heart, all hustle. Key says, all right, quick screen opposite side. Let's go make this play.
Yep.
All the way across the football field. If he hesitates for a split second, then McCaffrey is down before he can punch that ball out.
I think the trash route from Deebo Samuel certainly helped Keyshawn realize that the action wasn't coming his way. I don't know what that was, but he didn't fool anybody.
Yeah, Deebo got paid and he checked out, bro.
Yeah, man.
That's what it feels like. But look at this right here. Watch this punch out. Bang. Right before he hits the ground, man.
Great timing, too, because Bullard had him dead to rights going to the ground.
I thought
seeing that live for sure, I thought McCaffrey had a knee down and that it was going to get called back.
It's such a game of inches, man.
Yep.
It's crazy.
It really is.
All right, next play, fourth quarter, 10:06 left, 2nd and 11 from their own 43-yard line. This is the Dontavion Wicks 25-yard catch. Again, on a 2nd and 11. It's huge. You're just trying to get back on schedule, but, hey, if you hit an explosive and move the sticks, so be it. 11 gun, nasty tray left, F boomerang fake, lead swing, slot cross, X go. So there's a lot going on here. You know what 11 gun is? Nasty tray left. Everybody's nasty splits. It's tray left, 3 targets, 1 being the tight end to the left side. You're going to go F boomerang fake. So what's the F?
Cover
receiver
one man
here
too from San
Bo
Francisco.
Melton. So you see the boomerang. It's like that boomerang orbit motion, right? They're going to fake it to him. And what they're setting up for, Chris Brooks, what you're seeing here, Tim, I'm going to say what I'm about to say here. And some people may laugh at me. Chris Brooks kind of feeling like a hybrid fullback, the way they're utilizing him.
Yep.
But really, that's what you're seeing. It kind of does feel like a Dorsey Levens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Way back in the day.
And
So
they're using him a lot in the pass game, a
Yeah.
lot more than the running game.
So they're setting him up to be the lead blocker on a swing pass to Bo Melton if they need it as a check down. All right, that's what that is. Slot cross, real simple. Okay, slot cross concept is the Z is going to run a dig. The Y, Tucker Kraft, is going to run a climb or a crosser. And then you're going to get an X go stretching everything out down the field. All right, that's your play call. So again, Dontavion Wicks is going to be right here running the dig. If they hammer down on the crosser, you hit the dig on the backside. If they stay at home with the dig, you hit the crosser. If the safety clamps down on everything, you like your shot,
Throw
take
the
your
goal
shot
ball.
play to the go, right?
Yep.
And you got your check down with the lead blocker on the left, which might have been there. I haven't looked at it yet. No, if it ain't there, they got the hat there. So this right here tells Jordan everything he needs to know. Look at all these hats over here. We're throwing this ball here or here,
Yep.
right? And it's going to be right in this area with the dig. So notice Tucker. They stay with Tucker. And look at our boy, Dontavion Wicks, just coming wide open there. Absolutely awesome, man.
Incredible. He just knows where to be in space. That's one of the things that we talk about being a strong suit. Normally you see him shredding zone coverage. Here, that looked like man to me. That looked like cover one man, unless I'm wrong. It was hard to tell on the motion. It didn't look like anybody came with him.
Right.
See,
Yeah,
nobody.
to me, that's probably zone. Yeah, but you see with Dre, he knows. I can see why you would think that would be man. This right here tells me it's zone because there's no one he's staying in, you know what I mean, with. So it's definitely zone, but it's probably some kind of match principle that if the 3 goes beyond 7 yards, then it becomes man coverage. So it was probably like a cover 3 zone match would be my guess, something along those lines. But that, again, right offhand, you see that, you think man. But great throw by Jordan, great hands catch by Tay.
Did you see that? How he look at Jordan's body when he delivers the ball.
Mm-hmm.
He's still looking to the right.
Yep, looking it off.
And then he just a little hitch and boom.
It's almost like I don't want to say a no look throw, but like his body's squared up to the right and he kind of throws it across his body, right?
Across his body. And again, a dime piece, right on the numbers, right in stride. You know, you're not seeing receivers have to stutter step to wait for the ball to be there, or, you know, it's not sailing out in front of them, leading them too far. Just a great throw. Excellent throw, man. That was his makeup for missing Tay Wicks on that tutter. He said, "Hey, I got one for you here. I'll get you over the middle."
Definitely. All right, final play we're going to show here. Fourth quarter, 4:14 left, 2nd and goal from San Francisco's 3-yard line. That's going to be the Malik Heath touchdown catch. Packers are leading 31-10 at this point. The call is 12A strong right Z wing RPO 22 dive X fade. Okay, so it's going to be an RPO. And what it's designed to do is the play is going to go to the right A gap, okay? So it's designed to be a dive play, but there's an RPO tag on it as well, meaning if Jordan looks out here pre-snap and he sees this, then he can choose to throw the fade if he wants to. Malik Heath is going to run a fade, no problem, right? He's just going to kind of little shimmy and get on the outside shoulder of the corner. If Jordan doesn't like it pre-snap, he's just going to give the ball on a quick dive play. But he looks out here and sees this safety is pretty much even with the defensive end. Let's go ahead and give Malik Heath a shot here. I like this. In real time, Tim, I thought Matt LaFleur running the score up on Shanahan, and I'm here for it. But when you see the actual play call at the RPO tag, this was Jordan Love going, hell with that dive. We're going to win this game anyway. Let's run the damn score up, right? That's what's happening right here. So watch Jordan look it over. And again, Tay Wicks kind of taking on the role of Christian Watson, getting in here and playing that Z wing spot. And look at Jordan right there. That's the look. You see Jordan just glance over. Look right there. He's going, oh, yeah, we're going to Malik here. So watch. The reason I think it's an RPO is look at everybody else's run blocking. Look at Tucker. Run blocking. Nobody else is in a route. 31 thinks he's getting the football here. And Jordan's just going to throw it up to his guy.
Yep.
What a beautiful
he basically canned the play without telling anyone.
Exactly. And that's what an RPO does, right?
Yep.
Everybody else other than Malik Heath, we're running a running play, guys. There's nothing else. We're halfback dive, right? And it gets a little bit chippy because like if an offensive lineman gets too far down the field, you can get called for ineligible downfield. But with the back shoulder fade from the 1 yard line or wherever you were on the field there, it's coming out quick. It's not even possible to get called for ineligible. So it's a really cool play call. It is.
Great route by Malik Heath too. You know, coming in late in the game, pretty much cold, right? Didn't have a lot of snaps. Comes out, runs a great route in compressed space, and runs right into Tundra Man too. I was
going to say that's the Tundra Man, isn't it?
Yep,
love it.
Awesome.
Look at the old school Jordy Nelson jersey. You gotta love it, man. Is that a Bobby? Look at the Bobby Boucher jersey from Waterboy. Let's go. My mama said. My mama said.
You playing the foosball.
Yeah, I gotta hit y'all with it. I know we got the drop in here somewhere, and I don't care. This is bad podcast, and I'm gonna hit it anyway.
Gentlemen, which brings me to my next point. Don't smoke crack.
Can't pass that one up, man. You kidding me?
Oh,
All right, so let's watch it from the box cam. We're trying to drag this one out as long as we can, man. I love it. The end zone cam is going to be pretty right here with Jordan. So, and you see, Tim, with it being a dive play, that dive's there, bro.
Oh yeah, it's there.
It's there. And especially with the Z coming over and going to help get in here and wash out 27, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But Jordan's like, heck no, dude, let's run it up. What a perfect throw, too. Malik Heath, man. I love the fact that we got his rights for a couple of years.
Me too. He's a dog.
When you have to,
dog. He's the reason why Grant DeBose didn't make the team this year. I remember that those two were battling out, and it became real clear that it was going to be Malik Heath. And you see plays like this. This is exactly why he's a spark plug, man. You see the energy too, man. Fired up.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. And again, I don't know if we get the Lambeau leap here or not, but I love it, man. That's a cool camera shot right there. Yeah. Awesome, dude. All right. That's it, boys. That's Chalk Talk. Packers beat the 49ers 38-10. Won the turnover differential 3-0, all off of actually 2 off fumbles, 1 off of interception. The middle 8 was tied 0-0. Green Bay had 2 more explosive plays, 6-4, and they had a bunch of explosive runs. That's what made this so unique and cool. No doubt about it. Let's see here in the chat here. Greg Rice in the chat was number 4, the one who pioneered the RPO. I love this. God, I love this stuff, Tim. So what he's asking about, did Brett Favre create the RPO? I never knew this. Remember back in the 90s, Tim, Favre would just hammer those slants. He'd hammer those slants, right?
Yep.
Little did none of us know, right? None of us knew that. And to the best of my knowledge, nobody knew it. There were running plays called. And remember, Favre was notorious for selling that fake. Like he would hand the ball off and act like he was going to throw a slant, right? He'd act like he was going to throw it. He said that while he was doing that, he'd look up and go, he told Homer, like, man, hey, the slant's there. Like, why don't I, if they're going to play it like that and we're running a dive play, why don't I just say, we call that an RPO lookie, right? Like a 22 dive lookie. A lookie is just a quick slant. And if you like what you see there, hammer that slant, move on, right? So he started doing that. Now, the RPO, nobody talked about the RPO, and it kind of emerged in Philadelphia when they won the Super Bowl years ago, right? Guess who was the head coach? Doug Peterson. Guess who was Favre's backup in Green Bay?
Doug Peterson.
Doug Peterson watched Favre do that, and he installed the new RPO scheme into Philly.
In Philly, and they won a Super Bowl with it.
Run rampant through the league, man. And now everybody, like, we're getting ready to face the Miami Dolphins, RPO kings. That's what Tua does so well. Quick release, great accuracy, great decision-making, everything that just his skill set is built for the RPO offense. And that all came from Doug Peterson, right, which came from backing up Favre. And Favre just one day going, hey, Mike, what if we just throw that slant instead of running ball right here, man?
And then Mike says, damn it, Brett, just hand the ball off, do what I tell you to do.
And Brett went out there and said, no, we're going to throw this slant.
What the hell is Brett Favre doing here?
I'm in town to play the Dolphins, you dumbass.
We are in town to play the Dolphins, you dumbass, this weekend, man. Thursday, rather. I love it, dude. Oh, man.
This receiving is tough.
All right. Greg Rice, thank you so much for bringing that up, buddy. I hope that's what he was talking about. I just went on his tirade, and he might not even been talking about that. I'm thinking that's what he meant, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, there you go. All right, cool. No more rocket balls, Brett, please. A little chinged up. What do you say? A little tuned up, chinged up. What
tuned up. Remember the story when he showed up to camp and Gruden was talking about how Favre was hammering every throw like it was, the last play of the Super Bowl, and Sterling Sharp was complaining about his hands being sore catching these passes, and Gruden had to go over and tell him to just, hey, it's these are OTAs, just chill out.
Daryl in the chat says Ty Detmer. Remember Ty Detmer talking about when Favre came to him and said, hey, man, they keep talking nickel. What do they mean by nickel? And he said Ty thought he was joking. Ty was like, are you serious? He went, yeah. He went, nickel. He went, what's nickel? It's 5 DBs. They're taking a linebacker out and putting a DB in. It's 5. And Brett went, who the hell cares? Love it. Oh man, so many good stories. Mooch has got a bunch, man. Hearing Mooch talk about Favre is awesome. He said that Brett used to babysit his kids in Green Bay when he was the backup or whatever. And then when he took over as starter, said he was at Mooch's house one night, and he said it was real cold. Everything was frosted over, snow, iced over and everything. He said Brett left late in the night or whatever. And he said he went out, didn't even warm up his car. Said he had shorts on, flip-flops, and he's from the bayou, whatever, right? He goes out there and gets in his truck, and he said he waves to Mooch. Mooch says he drives off with his head hanging out the window. He didn't even warm his truck up trying to drive. Mooch said, God, that's our starting quarterback. What the hell are we going to do? I'm going to be out of a job soon, man.
Classic. I'm sure Andy Reid's got Brett Favre stories too, man. All of those guys from that staff. Those were the days, man.
Andy Reid was awesome. And that's the other thing. We'll wrap up here. Another story, Mike Holmgren came from Bill Walsh's tree, right? So all those guys grew up in the original West Coast offense.
Yep.
And Mike Holmgren told a story about how Bill Walsh told his assistants, listen, I'm going to get on your ass today, right? Don't take it personal. I'm going to get on you because if your players, your players in your position groups see you getting chewed out for them, they're going to want to perform. They don't want you getting chewed. They're going to feel bad about that, right? And Mike Holmgren said, I thought, man, if I ever get a chance to be a head coach, I'm never doing this to my assistants, right? Well, he gets to Green Bay, and guess what he does, right?
Yep.
And he told Andy Reid the same thing. Hey, I'm going to get on you, whatever. And there's one clip you guys can find at NFL Films. If you go to Brett Favre Mic'd Up, Mike Holmgren goes over to Andy Reid right in front of Favre and says, it was something along the lines of, what the hell is he doing out there, Andy, right? And Eddie said, that's on me, like that. Like he's taking the fall, and Holmgren knows he's taking the fall, so Brett will play better. Brett will feel bad. Like, oh, crap, I got to start, He went, that's on me. He went, how was it on me? He said, I changed. He went, you changed the play? And he went, it's on me. And Holmgren walks off, and Brett don't know that they were doing that on purpose, right?
Right.
And then so he's expecting Brett to be like, hey, man, I let him down. I got to go out there and play better. Mike Holmgren walks off. Andy Reid looks at Brett, and they freeze frame it on NFL Films, and Brett's laughing his ass off. It didn't affect him at all. He thought it was hilarious that Andy Reid got chewed out over Brett. It was great, man.
I love it.
You guys go to NFL Films and just type in Brett Favre Mic'd Up, crack open a cold one, and enjoy the evening. I'm telling you, it's awesome. It's
full of nothing but classics, man.
Yeah.
Always great when he's mic'd up.
Yeah, definitely. All right, man. And Coach Lynn added a little extra wrinkle here, too. Coach Lynn said we call it a choice route to Heath. If they're playing off, run a slant. If they're playing man coverage, run the fade. So that looky we were talking about, a little RPO looky, can be baked in there if they're playing off. But because they're playing press, it now becomes a fade. That could very well be right there in that playbook with Matt LaFleur, too. For sure.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, man. Let's get out of here. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us. This was a lot of fun, man. The chat was lit up. If y'all would, hit that like button on your way out. We'll be back tomorrow morning for Good Morning Lambeau. And listen, guys, we got one more day before it's game day. So tomorrow we're going to dive into the Miami Dolphins talk, kind of break down what they do well. We'll look at their personnel. 2 years ago, last year, they ran a lot of 21 personnel. 2 years ago, they ran a ton.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming they still do. They've got a fullback on the roster because I've seen them on the injury report. But we'll kind of dive into, all right, what personnel are they running? Is it going to be similar to San Fran? Is it not? Based off how we played San Francisco just now, I'm feeling good about this, Tim. I am. And it doesn't mean that we're going to go out there and boat race Miami. I think it's going to be probably less than 3-point score, right? It's going to be a close game at Lambeau. I believe that with everything in me. But Mike McDaniel and Kyle Shanahan, they run a very similar offense. Yep. And you've seen how we just shut them down. Now, the difference is Brandon Allen's not going to be playing quarterback.
Right. It's Tua. And they're going to let Tua throw the ball. Yeah.
And Mike McDaniel likes to lean in and press into RPO more than Kyle Shanahan does. Kyle Shanahan's more traditional play action. Both teams do both, don't get me wrong. But he's gonna press into RPO. And I hate to say it, but the number one way that you want to defend RPO is to play press man. And boy, I hate press man. So it's either play off and let them nickel and dime you down the field and hopefully make a mistake, or you can make a play, or it's play press and hope that the cheetah doesn't get loose down the sideline because that boy is fast. So anything else, Tim?
No, looking forward to breaking it down. I'm going to watch a condensed game, see that last Dolphins game, get a good look at this offense and see what they're trying to do defensively too. So it'll be fun to break this down tomorrow morning.
Absolutely. Larry Cano in the chat. Another fine chalk talk. Thanks, guys. Thank you, Mr. Larry. Appreciate you hanging out, buddy. United Bates. I like this one. Thanks, Clay Tim. Thanks for putting all that together as always. I appreciate you, Bates. Thank you for support, man. You're the man.
That's that Marine Corps sense of humor right there.
That is. Yeah. And thank you, Fred McFarley. We appreciate you, buddy. Everybody in the chat. Y'all are awesome. IROC. Appreciate you, pal. You're always in here. You guys and gals are awesome. We're out of here. We'll see you tomorrow for Good Morning Lambeau, and then we'll be back for PTA Live. Help me out here, Tim.
For those of you listening on the pod,
thank you for making us part of your day. As always, let's go out and be the change we want to see in the world, and go Packers.
Thanks for watching Packers Total Access Live, your daily source for Green Bay Packers content, created for the fans by the fans. Hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you know whenever we go live. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Packers_access. Go Pack Go. Have a great day.